Hi everyone, it's Danny from Orchid. So a viewer of mine sent in a question regarding what type of bark we should use if we want to mount orchids, except for the classic cork bark, which may be hard to find in some places. And she also specifies that some people recommend using the wood that comes from the pet shop designed for aquariums, which can be mope honey or driftwood or stuff like that. And I'd like to start with saying that that type of wood, if you find it, is perfect because it's designed to withstand an environment of water for a very long time. So mounting orchids on pieces of cork or mope honey wood would be ideal because it will really not break down. But if you want to mount your orchid on a different type of wood, it might be a bit problematic, to be honest, because you don't really know which type of wood is hardier than other types of wood. Now, if I remember from my aquarium keeping days, there's a type of bark that you can actually use, and that's the wood or the trunk that comes from the grapevine. It's not a tree, but I'm not sure how to express myself, so it's that type of wood. You have to go through the process of actually killing it and baking it in the oven to kill all the live tissue inside. This will actually rot faster, so you do have to kill it, keep it in the oven for about 2 hours. And you have to scrape off the bark because this actual bark from the surface of the wood piece is actually the thing that decays faster. So if you want to use a sort of a wood and you're not sure what type it is or how fast it's going to decay, if you really want to use this, make sure you kill it off in the oven very well and then scrape off all the bark from the surface to make it last longer. Other than that, I'm really not sure what type of wood you can use for mounting orchids. Of course, go for the trees that are known not to be toxic. Other than that, I didn't really try anything else myself, not even with aquarium plants, except for the grapevine and the ones destined for aquariums, which I was very pleased with, so I guess they will work. In the end, you have to keep in mind that live trees are really different than dead tree bark, which starts to decay super fast in some cases, and you really need to be careful with it. So I guess when your cork starts to break down, it's going to be a hassle to remove the orchid from it. You're going to break a lot of roots. So I think the best thing to do is invest in mope honey wood or cork bark that is known to last at least about 3 years, so you don't have to hassle. If you have no other choice, you can try baking the wood, the piece of wood you find, and scraping off the bark. And I'm sorry, but that's all I know regarding what type of wood you should use. Anyway, I don't think this type of wood is super expensive, or mope honey wood in pet stores. I really don't think it is. In case it is, I have some links in the description with what I found on Amazon. Anyway, I would suggest you go for something like this that is known to resist in time than making experiments with other pieces of wood. Unless you have an orchid that you don't necessarily really care about, or it's an orchid that you have 5 others or something like that, and you can experiment. But yeah, I believe you should actually go for something that is known to be hardy. So okay, thank you for sending in the question. Hope you found this useful. And if you want to see other videos, don't forget to subscribe. Send me your questions or suggestions in a comment. And if you want to get in touch with our community, visit orchidnature.com. I'll see you next time. Bye!